Yo, what's good in the hood, people? I'm back at it again, bringing y'all another video. This is probably gonna be the last Mass Effect video that you guys will ever see me do. But I had to talk about this because recently in the news, I don't know if you guys know, but the Mass Effect DLC for the Quarian arc has been canceled. There'll be no more Quarian arc, no more DLC. Probably a few updates here and there because I think they kind of moved the entire that section of the BioWare team. They moved those guys over to different EA studios, and pretty much that BioWare team is gone. It's dead. That's it. It's not coming back. I mean, personally, they deserve it. Mass Effect has always been a great game. This was the game that was gonna make me buy the Xbox. What was it? Xbox 360. Like back in the day, like I had no reason to buy a Xbox 360, but this game came, you know, the whole trilogy came out, and I'm like, damn, I want that. And then eventually, you know, Mass Effect 2 and 3 popped up on PS3, and then Mass Effect 1, and I was like, damn, if they waited a little longer, I would have bought an Xbox 360 for this game. That's how good it was for me. And I enjoyed them. I enjoyed all the games. Like, I didn't really enjoy the multiplayer in Mass Effect 3 that much, but playing it in Andromeda, I was like, damn, it's actually pretty fun. It was a good alternative, and I actually still play it a little bit whenever I get the chance. But what kills me is that EA won't even give the fucking game the luxury or the chance of having DLC and maybe expanding the story. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I haven't finished the damn story, and I had some theories about like the end game or who the ancient aliens were. I had a theory about that, the architects and shit. But like right now, it doesn't really fucking matter because this game is gonna be dead for years. And the thing is, we don't even know if the next Mass Effect is gonna pick up after Andromeda. The next Mass Effect, like, we don't even know if that will be, because like one of the guys who did the trilogy, he just came back and started working for EA again. I can't remember his name right now, but he came back and started working for EA, and you know, he was like, yeah, I wouldn't, you know, probably later on down the line, I wouldn't mind coming back to do a trilogy. But honestly, these guys aren't even worried about that. I mean, EA purposely let Mass Effect Andromeda die. They knew the shit was in dire state. They knew it was in dire state, but they wanted that fucking money. EA turning back into that money machine that it used to be. You know, it was like, what? Activision? Bitch, hold my beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, they had to go back to what they know. They wanted to push that shit out there. They knew the quality wasn't perfect, or you know, as good as it should have been, or on par with the original trilogy. And they said, fuck it, we survived it one time, you know, with all the bullshit and shade getting thrown at it with Mass Effect 3, we can survive it again. So they took it upon themselves to go ahead and just release the shit the way that it was. I mean, for a good few months, they didn't even have a game director on the damn game. They didn't even have a fucking game director. So these guys were working aimlessly to finish a game that they didn't even know would be good or bad. They were having issues with the what is that shit called? The Frostbite engine. They had mad issues with the Frostbite engine, and they had those issues, from what I heard, they had those issues since Dragon Age Inquisition. So it was one of those things like, damn, they're still stuck using this Frostbite engine, and they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to make it great. They were just fucking up, having issues left and right. Finally got a new game director, and you know, they're still saying, hey, it's crunch time, you guys have to get this shit done. You have to get it done. And you know, the initial reviews from I guess playtest or whatever came back, and they were like, oh, well, it's not as bad, we can release it like this. But they didn't know their one downfall would fucking be the EA access, that early access bullshit. And it came back and it bit them in the ass hard. But honestly, EA didn't give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck because they took all of their talent. They took all of their talent, all the good people, and they went right over at Anthem. Anthem was the #1 game. Anthem is the game that will replace Mass Effect. Mark my fucking words. We will not see a Mass Effect for a long time. Dead Space has a better chance at coming back than fucking Mass Effect at this point. It really does. And I love both of those games. I love both of those games. I think Dead Space has a far better chance of making a comeback. But with that being said, not only is Anthem the #1 game right now that EA is focusing on, but every single Star Wars game. And all of their studios are making Star Wars games, including BioWare. We don't know what that, BioWare Star Wars game may be. It may be more of the same, Knights of the Old Republic and all that. It may be more of the same. It may not be. It may be something completely new, which I'm actually hoping that it's something completely new. Like, I'm actually hoping that BioWare gives us a fucking Force Unleashed. Like, that would be fucking sick, G. Like I'm actually tripping about that. But you know what? Truth be told, man, I just want to know, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think about the ultimate decision of them not doing a Quarian Arc DLC to kind of finish the story, or at least trying to finish the story? Because you have games out there like No Man's Sky, and with No Man's Sky, it's crazy because that game released and it was kind of, it's a good game, and it met its fair share of criticism, deserved criticism, but ever since then, those guys have not given up on that game. They released DLC for the game, free DLC, and improved on the game. I mean, now you can actually see other people in the game. Now there's really no excuse for EA to decide to just not release DLC, story DLC or any sort of DLC for this game. Like, that to me is just EA being EA. Like, I'm not surprised at this point. It pisses me off because Mass Effect, like I said, is one of my most loved franchises. It's a space story that stands on its own two legs next to Star Wars and Star Trek. So it's kind of fucked up that they decided to let, they just decided to let it die. They and I feel like they want to let it die. They want to let it die. This is that disappointing baby brother of the 4 children, and you're like, fuck it. Let him go. He's out there doing drugs. He's not learning. Let him go. He'll learn eventually when we don't go out there and fucking save him or some shit. So yeah, they just decided to let it die. But, well, what do you guys think, man? Should they at least release the fucking Quarian Arc DLC? Let them work on that. Release that DLC and maybe like some multiplayer maps or some shit. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's tripping me out about this. I mean, like I said, if fucking No Man's Sky can come back to life the way that it's doing, you can let Mass Effect Andromeda come back. Give it a second chance. It deserves a second chance. And honestly, I will be finishing this game up. I haven't finished, like I said, I have not finished the story yet, but I do plan on finishing this game up sometime this week. If you guys want me to do a live stream on that, let me know. Or if you just want to see the ending, or maybe some major plot points in the game, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead. I was trying to challenge myself and do it on a little harder difficulty, but that shit probably is gonna go out. Hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can share the video on all your favorite media, I don't give a damn. I don't care if you put it on Pornhub, you know my deal. But I catch you people later. Peace out. Enjoy the rest of the video.